Self-evaluation test 3 for the chapter Madam Rides the Bus. So 45 questions answered for your boards. Let's get started, and you know that you have landed on the right channel, English for all reasons good. So the first question, it was Wali's fascination that led her to her first bus journey. Second question is, why would Wali stand at the front door of her house? So it was Wali's favorite pastime to stand in the front doorway of her house, watching what was happening in the street outside. Also, she did not have any playmates of her own age on her street, and therefore it was how she spent her free time. So, this is how she spent her free time, and this is an important question. Question number 3. Among all the unusual experiences, the most fascinating thing for her was the bus. Next question. The sight of the bus was a source of unending joy for her because each time the bus was filled with a new set of passengers. Why would Bali stare at people who got on or off the bus? The happy faces of the people who got on or off the bus would kindle in her dreams and hopes. This made her desire of riding the bus even stronger. Looking at them, she would imagine what kind of ride it would be. Thus, she would stare at them. Next, Wali would shout, "Proud, proud," in jealousy after listening to her friend's description about the city. Now, these questions, as you already know, that in the previous video, I have given only the self evaluation test. So, those who want to prepare the lesson and attempt the questions first, so they can go to the previous video, attempt the questions, write the answers on their own, and then come to this video and check their answers. So here the questions, they are mixed 1 mark, 2 mark and 5 mark questions. And of course, I would suggest you to attempt the questions before you come and check the answers, and also to subscribe to my channel before I move on to the next question. So, question number 7 now. How did Wali gather information about the city? Wali used to carefully listen to the conversations between her neighbors and the people who regularly used the bus. Sometimes she even asked a few questions from them to quench her curiosity about the bus ride and the town. Like this, she picked up important details about the bus journey. Question number 8. What information did she gather about the bus journey? From the conversations of the people who regularly traveled in the bus, she came to know that the city was 6 miles away from her village and the bus fare for one side was 30 paise. She also came to know that the trip to the town took 45 minutes. The bus fare seemed a fortune to Wali. Why? The bus fare of 60 paise from her village to the city and then back was a fortune for Wali because she had scarcely seen that much money from one month to the next. It means that her family did not have any savings at the end of the month. Next question. The bus took 45 minutes to reach the city. What were the reasons that you think prompted Wali to plan her bus ride? So you have to give 2 reasons. Among all the unusual experiences that provided Wali an unending joy, the most fascinating one for her was the bus that passed through the street each hour. So, with each passing day, her curiosity and eagerness to experience the bus ride grew, and it became one of the reasons that prompted her to plan her bus ride. Also, the faces of the people who got on or off the bus ignited her longings, dreams, and hopes about the town. Thus, this was the second compelling reason that prompted her to go, even if it was just for one time and that too alone. So, these were the 2 reasons, her curiosity and the people, the faces of the people, uh, that ignited her longings and dreams, and she felt that what kind of bus journey was it, and she wanted to enjoy that even if it was for once. Now the extract. Never mind, she said, I can get on by myself. You don't have to help me. So, who is she? Wali is she in the above lines, and what can the speaker do by herself? The speaker can get on the bus by herself. What help was being offered to the speaker? The conductor was offering his hand as help to Wali. Who offered the help? So it was the conductor who offered the help to Wali. And what does it tell us about the speaker? So speaker here tells us that Wali is a confident and independent girl. Oh, please don't be angry with me, my fine madam. So, who is the speaker here and to whom is he or she speaking to? The conductor of the bus is the speaker and he is speaking to Wali. Why does the speaker refer to the listener as madam? So, this is an important question. Wali speaks to the conductor in a commanding voice and also conducts herself in a confident way. The conductor is amused to see a little girl behaving like a mature adult. Therefore, in a teasing tone, he refers to her as madam. Why is the listener angry with the speaker? The listener is angry because the conductor treats the listener as a child and stretches his hand to offer help to her to get on the bus. So Wali didn't like this. What is the tone of the speaker here? So the speaker is teasing the listener and gives synonym of vexation. Now vexation, it means angry. So obviously when it is related to the extract, you have to find the word in from the extract only. An angry word, you can see here it is in the extract. Now slack time of day means not a very busy time of the day, which means only a few passengers were in the bus during that time of the day. Why were the passengers looking at Wali and laughing with the conductor when she boarded the bus? The way Wali spoke to the conductor in a commanding tone and refused to take his help to get on the bus amused the conductor. Before even boarding the bus, she showed the coins to the conductor as if announcing that she was not a child and knew that she had to buy a ticket to ride the bus. The conductor, who was actually a jolly kind of fellow, enjoyed her innocence and called her madam in a teasing way. He even offered her a front seat. So all the passengers they had their attention turned towards Wali and they too laughed with the conductor. So because of all these reasons, all the passengers they were looking at Wali and they laughed with the conductor. Now, why was Wali overcome with shyness? So now, in this question, what we have written in the previous question, along with that, you just have to give a concluding line because rest of the answer is going to be the same. So the way Wali spoke to the conductor in a commanding tone and refused to take his help to get on the bus amused the conductor. Before even boarding the bus, she showed the coins to the conductor as if announcing that she was not a child and knew that she had to buy a ticket to ride the bus. The conductor, who was actually a jolly kind of fellow, enjoyed her innocence and called her madam in a teasing way. He even offered her a front seat. All the passengers had their attention towards Wali and they too laughed with the conductor. So, because of this, Wali became the center of attraction in the bus. She found all eyes turned towards her and therefore overcame with shyness and sat down quickly at her seat. So, this becomes the answer. Now describe the bus boarded by Wali. The bus boarded by Wali was a new bus. It was painted gleaming white from outside with some green stripes along the sides. Inside, the overhead bars shone like silver. Directly in front of her, where she was sitting, above the windshield was a beautiful clock. The seats of the bus were soft and luxurious. Why did Wali stand on the bus seat? This is again an important question. Wali was excited to be in the bus. She wanted to devour everything with her eyes. But when she started to look outside, she found her view cut off by a canvas blind that covered the lower part of her window. So she stood up on the seat and peered over the blind to enjoy the scenes outside. Why was she annoyed at the elderly man? Now, the elderly man became a little concerned when he saw Wali standing on the seat in the moving bus. Therefore, as a caution, he asked her not to stand on the seat but sit down. This annoyed Wali. What does Wali tell the elderly man when he calls her a child? Now, Wali was annoyed at the attention of the old man, who in concern addressed Wali as child and asked her to sit down. But Wali answered haughtily that there was nobody who was a child in that bus. She added that she had paid 30 paise like everyone else for the ticket and therefore she could do anything she wanted. Why did she sit down after a while when she was adamant not to? So now, after a while, the bus stopped at a stop, and a few new passengers they got on the bus from there. So, afraid of losing her seat to them, she finally sat down on her seat. So, first she didn't want to sit down, but after a while, when new passengers they got on the bus, she became afraid of losing her seat to them, and therefore she sat down. Next is, why did Bali find the elderly woman repulsive, or oh, who could be sociable with such a person? So, why did Wali say so? Now, from one stop, an elderly woman came and sat beside her. Wali found the woman absolutely repulsive. She had big holes in her earlobes and was wearing ugly earrings in them. She was chewing betel nut, and its juice was threatening to spill over her lips at any moment. Above that, Wally did not like her poking her nose into her affair of being alone in the bus, or that if she knew where she had to go, what was the street, what was the house number, and so on. Wally didn't want to answer her irritating questions because of her ugly appearance. So therefore she wondered who could be friendly with such a person. So that is what she meant when she said that who could be social with such a person. So, next question, again an extract. So, what her first journey, what careful, painstaking, elaborate plans she had had to make for it. So, what plans are being talked about? So, they are the plans to ride the bus. And for what was she making the plans? She was making the plans to go to the town by bus. Why were the plans painstaking? The plans were painstaking because she had to resist every temptation to buy peppermints and toys and the like. She even controlled her overwhelming desire to ride the merry-go-round, even though she had the money to save 60 paise for the bus ride. So that is why the plans were painstaking. Now, which word that is given in the above extract means or shows that her plans were detailed? So, the word elaborate that shows that her plans were detailed. Next question, what plans were made by her? So, now this is a 2-mark question. So, first she gathered some information about the journey from the conversations of the people getting on or off the bus. Then she saved money for it and planned how and when to slip out of the house for her first bus ride. Her plan was to go on her excursion while her mother slept in the afternoon. So, these were the plans that she made. Which was the most difficult part of her planning and why? So, this we have almost answered previously, but again, so saving money for the ride was the most difficult part of her planning as she had to resist many of her favorite things for it. She thriftily saved whatever stray coins came her way, resisting every temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons, and the like, and finally she saved a total of 60 paise. So it was rather difficult for her to stop herself at the village fair, but she resolutely stifled a strong desire to ride the merry-go-round even though she had the money. So this is a little detailed. How did she manage to be away from her house without being noticed? This is again an important question. So every day after lunch, her mother would nap from about 1 to 4 or so. Wali always used these hours for her excursions, and she chose the same time for her solo bus ride too. For what purpose did Bali utilize the time when her mother took a nap after lunch? So she utilized that time for her excursions to quench her curiosity. She would just stand at the doorway of her house and look at the happenings on the street. Sometimes she even ventured out into the village. She took advantage of this time only for her secret bus ride. So this is the answer. Now, why did Bali laugh and laugh until there were tears in her eyes? So, as Bali was enjoying the scenes outside from the bus, her eyes fell on a cow that was running in the middle of the road right in front of the bus with its tail high in the air. So, Bali was amused to see this and she clapped her hands with glee. The cow didn't let the bus pass, and the driver sounded his horn loudly again and again. But the more he honked, the more frightened the animal became and galloped right in front of the bus. Looking at these antics of the cow, Wali laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. Now we have this extract when the conductor says, "Hey lady, haven't you laughed enough?" Called the conductor. "Better save some for tomorrow." So who's the speaker? The conductor is the speaker, and who's the lady here? Wally is the lady here. Why is the lady laughing? So she is laughing to see a cow galloping right in front of the bus. Why does the speaker say better save some for tomorrow? Now the speaker says so because Wali is laughing uncontrollably as if she won't get another chance to laugh. She even has tears in her eyes while laughing, therefore the conductor playfully asks her to save some for tomorrow. How did the train appear to Wali from the bus, and how did it pass? Now, when the bus came to a railroad crossing, Wali could see a speck of a train in the distance, growing bigger and bigger as it drew near. Then it rushed past the crossing gate with a tremendous roar and rattle, shaking the bus. What sights welcomed Wali to the city? The bus entered a busy, well laid out shopping street, and Wali was welcomed by big and bright looking shops. She was awestruck to see the glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise, and was amazed to see the crowd in the market. Why didn't Wali get off the bus when the bus reached the city? Wali didn't get off the bus when the bus reached the town or cities or whatever is in the question. You can write that because she wanted to go back by the same bus. Now, what did she tell the conductor when he inquired why was she not getting off the bus? Now, when the conductor inquired, she produced another 30 paise and told him to give her another ticket back to her village. She also told him that she just wanted to have a ride in the bus. So, Bali just told the conductor that she just wanted to have a ride, nothing else. Therefore, he should give her another ticket back to her village. So, greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, "Bus, you weren't afraid to come in the bus." So, why was the conductor greatly amused? The conductor was greatly amused to listen to the girl when she said that she was too afraid to get down the bus all by herself. So, when the bus stopped, Wali did not get down the bus, and the conductor asked Wali why she was not doing so. So, to this, Wali answered that she was afraid of doing so, and that is when the conductor becomes very amused and said that you were not afraid to come in the bus, so now why are you afraid of getting down the bus? So, why did he say that she was not afraid to come in the bus? Now, after listening to what Wally said about being afraid of getting down the bus all by herself, the conductor asked her why she was afraid of getting down the bus when she was not afraid to come in the bus. What did the listener answer to this question? Now, the listener said that there was nothing to be afraid of, but she didn't feel like getting down the bus. So, Wali did not give any particular reason. She just said that she didn't feel like getting down the bus. Now, in case this question, in this question, your viewpoint is asked that why or what do you feel that why Wali did not come or get off the bus. So then you can write this. Her purpose of riding the bus was solved. So she did not get down because her purpose was only the bus ride, nothing else. And moreover, she had prepared herself for the bus journey. She was aware of its time, fare, and had heard so much about it from the people that it seemed as if she traveled in the bus every day. So now she was aware that what kind of journey it would be from the people who talked about the city and about the bus when they came down or when they came back to her village. So she was aware of the time and she was aware of the fare, and she had heard so many things that she felt that it wasn't an unknown world. She had made elaborate plans for that, but she knew nothing about the town, what she was supposed to do there or where to go, so it was an unknown world to her. So therefore, she became a little afraid to get down the bus when they reached the town. Why did Bai refuse to go to the stall to buy a drink? So, firstly, she was afraid to go to the stall all by herself. Secondly, she didn't have any money to buy herself a drink from the stall. Therefore, she refused to go to the stall to buy a drink. Then, why didn't she accept to take a cold drink offered by the conductor? And what light does it throw on her character? Polly was an independent girl who knew her limits. She only had enough money for the bus ride from the village to the town and then back to her village. So she knew that she couldn't buy or afford to have any delicacies from the stalls. Therefore, she refused to accept the offer of the conductor, although he said it would be on him. This shows her dignity and also that she was self respecting and mature enough to understand not to take unnecessary favors from strangers. Why was she overcome with sadness during the return journey? So she was overcome with sadness on seeing the dead cow that was full of life just a while ago. Now, again, if the same question is of 2 marks, then a little detail you'll have to give. So, during the return journey, she was as excited as she was when the bus was going to the town. But after a while, she saw a cow lying dead on one side of the road. It was the same cow that was galloping in front of the bus during their trip to town. The lifeless cow had lost all its charm and lay with legs spread and blood all over. The lovable cow looked so horrible that it made Wali sad, and she didn't get up from her seat for the rest of the journey. So it was very touching for Wali. What haunted Wali on a return journey? Or why didn't Wali want to look out of the window during the return journey? Or what dampened her spirits during the return journey? So the horrible scene of the dead cow that lay lifeless with legs spread and blood all over on one side of the road haunted Vani. She didn't want to look out of the window and became quiet. Her enthusiasm was dampened. So she reached village at 3:40. What did she see when she entered her house after her journey? Was her mother worried about her? Why not? So when she entered her house, she found her mother awake and talking to one of her aunts, the one from South Street. No, her mother was not at all worried about her because she was casually talking to Wali's aunt without any sign of concern or worry. She was not worried because she didn't know that Wali had gone all alone to the town in the bus. She must have been thinking that Wali must be roaming somewhere in the village as she used to do usually. So mother didn't know, therefore mother was not worried. Wali agreed to something that her mother and aunt were talking about. What was it? And why did Wali agree to it? So when Wali entered her home, her mother and her aunt they were having a casual talk. Wali's mother said that so many things happened amidst them in the world outside, and they could not know about everything. And even when something is known, one cannot understand it completely. Wali overheard this and agreed to it because her mother and aunt could never come to know what was happening around them. She had just returned from the town after her first ride in the bus without the knowledge of her mother. So, what the mother and her aunt were talking about the things happening around, and they cannot be aware of all the things. So, Bali overheard this and agreed to her because she had just performed a feat without the knowledge of her mother. So, this is ironical also. In case a question comes, what is the irony in this statement? So, then you can write it in this way. Why didn't Bali answer to her to her aunt's question when she returned home? When Bali returned home, her aunt and her mother were talking. In between their talk, Bali's aunt casually asked her where she had been. The aunt, being a chatterbox, didn't wait for an answer and continued with her chit chat. So, thus, Bali also didn't answer to her and just smiled. Now an extract, just a chit of a girl. This is again important. So why did Wali's aunt call her a chit of a girl? So Wali's aunt called her a chit of a girl because she believed Wali to be immature and childish. In what conversation did Wali poke her nose into? When Wali's aunt and her mother were talking about numerous things going around them. Without their knowledge, Wali poked her nose into the conversation and agreed to them. Why did her aunt call her a grown lady? Now, she called her a grown lady because Wali pretended to understand all the adult talk and agreed to it. So, Wali pretended as if she is understanding everything that they are speaking. Now, these are important questions, 5 marks. So, your viewpoint. So, do you approve of Wali's upbringing? Why not? Though Bali is an independent girl and projects herself with courage and dignity throughout the bus journey, I do not approve of her upbringing. So, first you write down that these are the positive points in Bali, but even she has these positive points, I still do not approve of her upbringing. So, now you have to prove that. So she is too young to venture alone in the past. That is an unknown world for her. So this is my first point, that she is too young to venture around all alone. She is an intelligent girl who meticulously plans and executes a journey, but she lacks obedience and is rude and disrespectful to elders. So this is another reason. She hides her purpose from her mother and slips from the house without her knowledge, which is not at all appreciable. So she is independent and she is courageous, she has dignity, but still she hides her purpose from her mother. So she is dishonest and she slips from the house without her knowledge. So all these things, they are not appreciable. All people in the bus, even the conductor, they are surprised to see an 8-year-old girl traveling alone. She is not polite to the other passengers in the bus who are all older to her. The elderly man and the elderly woman show their concern to her, but she curtly tells them to mind their own business. I will call this poor upbringing. The role of the mother becomes questionable here, who doesn't come to know about the whereabouts of her daughter who was not at home for about 2 hours. Anything could have happened to her during the journey. It's not necessary that all that ends well is correct. So, like this, you can conclude, you have to give your viewpoint, and you have also to take example from the text, like I have done. So you will write that although Bali has many positive traits, but still there are few negative things in her that put a question mark on her upbringing. Now, the last question, the bus journey made a Bali worldly wise. So, do you think that she became wiser after the journey? Bali was a curious and intelligent girl. She used to venture out on her excursions in the village during the afternoons when her mother took a nap from about 1 to 4. During one such day, she slipped out of the house and went for a bus ride. She was thrilled to see the world outside her village. Everything excited her: the canal, palm trees, grasslands, distant mountains, the blue sky, and the green fields. She was confident and talked to the conductor and the other passengers with maturity. On seeing a cow galloping in front of the bus and running even faster when the driver honked, she clapped her hands with glee like a child. During her return journey, she saw the same cow lying dead on the side of the road, lifeless. What had been a lovable and beautiful creature just a while ago had suddenly lost its charm and its life. The dead cow looked so horrible that it dampened Bali's enthusiasm. Life is so unpredictable. Bali sat glued to her seat after this. The memory of the dead cow haunted her. She was touched by the incident and learned a very important lesson that day: life is not always a joyride. Thus, the journey made her wiser. So, that one incident made her wiser. So, these are the 45 questions, and that's all for today. I hope that you'll be able to revise the chapter now. Subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up if you have liked it, and do tell me that how helpful did you find it, and also share this video with all your friends. There is a playlist, and in the playlist there are all the videos of standard 10th for your easy finding. And do follow me on Instagram so that you come to know that what I'm going to upload next. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching and prepare for your exams well. All the best.